watching Division III Rugby on Arsenal Productions, presented by True Force Roofing, where the truth matters. It is the opening game for the Florida State Seminoles and the Gainesville Hogs here in Tallahassee. My name's Addison Resco. Alongside me is my partner, Adam Miller. So glad to have you alongside with us here on the pitch. The beginning of the season underway, Adam. A lot to look forward to.
Yeah, the Hogs are really, we're opening up a new season here, opening up with a new system, trying out some different structures with our play here. Expect there to be some growing pains as we learn this new system, but hoping to outmatch this FSU team today with quite a few young players that are pretty new to the sport. Should hopefully give us a good opportunity to test those systems out.
Now, talk about bringing a new system in before the start of the regular season. How challenging is that to adapt to a new system before the season starts?
Yeah, it's certainly tough. There's always going to be growing pains with new systems. The good news is the Hogs right now, we have a lot of rugby talent, a lot of experienced guys that are cerebral guys that know the game, and they're really picking it up super quick. The other thing is, part of why we moved to this new system is we've got a lot of athletic guys that are able to have those ball skills, make those decisions out in space. This new system gives us that opportunity to really strike from anywhere on the field and use that space.
Now, FSU, you talked about it. They're a young squad that's coming out here against the Hogs. What do they have to do to kind of keep themselves in this game?
So they have some experienced guys out there. It's a little bit of a mix of Tallahassee men's and the FSU B-side team. So they've got a mix of players that have been there, done it before, and some players that maybe might be kind of getting their wings here. So it's really about guys on the FSU team stepping up and filling that role.
We are about to kick off here in Tallahassee for the opening game for the FSU B-side and the Gainesville Hogs. Had a couple of games last week, saw Brevard, who won the Holiday Cup, pick up a win 34-12 over the Sarasota Surge.
Yeah, that's a really impressive win. Sarasota was a fantastic team last year. That's definitely looking to be some of the top players in D3 rugby.
And we saw how good Brevard looked in that Holiday Cup, really put the pedal to the metal the entire game and won convincingly every game.
Absolutely. The addition of Austin Parrish there is a big win for them.
We are underway in Tallahassee for the opening game of the Division III rugby season between the Seminoles and the Hogs, as Sam Franco took it off the rip. Again, this is a young Florida State side. Early whistle, foul called against the Hogs. A young Florida State side that, like you mentioned with the Hogs in a new system, is likely going to show some growing pains through the opening minutes of this game.
Absolutely. There's a first growing pain. Instead of getting it out of bounds, this wind,
it's going to be a big factor. You can probably hear it in our microphones as well. The wind is blowing quite heavy here on this chilly afternoon in January. Trying to pitch it to the outside, and it goes right towards our cameraman.
Awesome line out to the Hogs here.
So an early line out for the Hogs.
Good job by Ben Nowak recovering the ball, getting it to his 10 and getting it the heck out of our territory across the midline.
Sebastian corner to throw the line out. This is a Hog side that went 2-1 in the Holiday Cup. Also picked up a win in the Nakamura Cup over UF. The throw into Weston. Now the Hogs trying to flip side near the halfway line.
Hogs moving methodically. Haven't quite gotten into the system yet. Now they're starting here.
Here's Nick Weston. Now they'll flip it back. see how long it takes the Hogs to figure out this new system. They're going to try and work it towards the near side. Here is Sam Dong, but they are going to call a knock-on. So a miscue early for the Hogs, and a good opportunity here for this young Seminoles side to So an early scrum here for the Seminoles.
Got some of the big boys from the Tallahassee men's team in there in the front row. Hopefully should be a solid scrum.
Trying to push it back. It falls to Dylan Burke. But a knock-on and a late collision there. A big hit on Evan Cologne. The knock-on, and he did not see that one coming.
Boy, that was a big hit. Jake Williams, known for making those typically a lot less late. Looks like he just kind of already had launched himself. Matt Duncan, great ref, known for having some awesome discretion, allowing it to go, but Jake's got to be careful.
Jeffrey Johnson will put it in the middle of the scrum after the reset. Jeffrey Johnson had an impressive performance in the Holiday Cup.
Yeah, he's a great rugby player. Been doing it for a long time for us. Ref getting this scrum set here properly. Scrum is such a dangerous game if it's not done right. So ref Matt keeping people's safety first here, making sure we set up right.
Johnson goes back to it.
Oh, switch with Dante.
Here is Dante. But wrapped down quickly. A good job right there from Paul Snyder getting in the middle of that tackle.
It's a tough guy to bring down here. Oh, good run by Jake. Off to Dawson.
Hogs stuck behind their halfway line. Haven't been able to get past it yet. 6 minutes through here in half number one. Hogs try to go quick. They've got some room.
CJ King on the run there.
King flips it to the outside.
Oh, forward pass called on that pass to Ben Nowak there.
And it was a good opportunity there. Nowak had some space. Looked like he could have gone a long way. But another miscue early by the Hogs. You have the forward pass, and you have the knock-on early by Sam Dong, but this is exactly what you mentioned was probably going to happen for the first couple of minutes of these games. The early hiccups of trying to figure out this new system.
Absolutely. You see, notice what the spark there on that play was Jeff Johnson kind of doing it himself, picking and going up the middle, and then having a good offload to CJ King.
Pitch over to Burke. Seminoles working it around now across the halfway line.
Dawson calling for some numbers here. They have an overload.
And here is Chris Canty down the edge. Canty makes a move, offloads it over to Dylan Burke, who will dot it down for the try. So a nice play by Chris Canty to Dylan Burke, and it is the Seminoles who get on the board first.
Yeah, that's just something you got to worry about when you're playing a young team like this. They've got the motor. If you give that space, they do have the bodies that are going to run into it. So the Hogs team really needs to tighten up here.
So a good start for this Seminole side, who take a 5-0 lead.
There's a little bit of an injury on the field here. It's an FSU player down.
The trainer is out to attend to him. We'll hear a quick word from True Force Roofing.
Tell us, how long have you known?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why don't you explain this, Mark? Found this in your house.
You ignored it, didn't you? I thought I had more time.
Really, Mark? Does this look like you had more time? You know what you should have done, right?
I should have called True Force.
Well, now you can.
Ignoring the signs won't make the problem go away. Call True Force Roofing today.
So, it's your home. You should know what's happening with it. That's why TrueForce gives you text alerts on permits, materials, and scheduling, so you're always in control of the process. Your roof, your timeline, your peace of mind. Call 352-NEW-ROOF or visit TrueForceRoofing.com.
Welcome back on into Tallahassee, Florida for both of these teams' opening game. If you want to a little bit, explain the Tallahassee Rugby Club now becoming a part of Florida State and how that's going to work within Division III.
Yeah, there's always been the concept of a dual SIP. So to allow these teams, men's teams that are in an area with college players always flush with bodies and registrations. To allow these men's teams to have a little bit more support, they've had the dual SIP concept, where you could SIP for the FSU team and then also play on the men's team. This year it looks like Michael Gomez, who is a player on the men's team and also a coach of the FSU rugby team, has decided to merge the two. So I don't know what that means for Tallahassee men's moving forward, but I think for the past several years it's always been a mix of some men's players and some FSU players.
So now the move, just official, back underway. And a knock on. And the Hogs can try and take advantage of this now.
Absolutely.
You talked about it, the young side, and you just scored a try. You go up 5-0. That's what you can't happen. Can't give the Hogs possession deep in your own half.
For sure, yeah. And it's these set-piece plays where we really go back to our bread and butter, what we're used to doing, this traditional rugby of a back, going through the back line. So I expect to see something happen here with Jake Williams and Dante J in the middle. Oh.
Quickly taken.
Look at that.
Trying to find the edge. Hogs will set up after a nice push forward.
Hey, every good plan you have in the backs can get ruined by a forward picking up the ball off the scrum. So CJ King doing his job there. Filling in for Montrell Harrington, our forwards captain. He's a little banged up this week. But CJ King is going to do a great job today. Already made an impact.
Here is Dante J. Oh, a bulldozing move! Sent a man to the ground. Now they work it out to Sam Dong, who is wrapped up rather quickly. My goodness, what a collision. That was a couple of good, hard collisions in the first couple of minutes of this game.
There's Max Allison.
Allison driving his head down.
Some great young talent for the Hogs.
McLean back to Jay. Jay is going to be tackled down nicely by Cole McKenna. And taken away by the Seminoles. A good play right there from Jaden Aker.
Hogs really need to settle in here.
Trying to flip it to the outside. Adam Kraus taken down quickly.
Ball comes bouncing out.
Once again, Florida State nearing this halfway line, and
penalty.
another penalty called against the Hogs.
A high tackle.
Got him above the shoulders. So an opportunity for the Seminoles to kick into touch here and set themselves for yet another try opportunity.
Yeah, really not a great kick, but managed to just get it over the outstretched arms of Sam Dong there and get it out of bounds. A throw in for FSU. They are knocking on the door.
Keep it up, fellas. Keep it up. Great work, Jaden RC.
Going to be really important for the Hogs to shut this down and make a statement here.
Ben Garrity to throw.
Look for a potential Nick Steele, Nick Weston. Oh, and they go deep.
Caught off guard. Here is Burke, who scored the try.
Not straight.
but Matt Duncan has called this for a not straight?
Not straight on the throw-in, I believe.
Matt Duncan having a conversation with one of the Seminoles. It's going to be a scrum awarded to the Hogs. So Jeffrey Johnson gets set. Alongside him is Dylan Burke. Hogs trying to kick it back, and they will. And they'll send it deep. Has an opportunity to go into touch.
What a kick.
A very impressive kick, which sent Evan Cullen back. And it's going to be taken away by the Hogs.
Great
Perfectly
coverage.
executed, and it's going to be a try for Charlie Slowey.
What a play. Really excellent kick by Merritt to get it just over the head of the FSU player, and great work by Sam Dong to chase it down and cause all of the mayhem that led to the Charlie Slowey try.
We are knotted up at 5 apiece.
Charlie Slowey's been playing a lot of high-level rugby for a very long time. He's an import from Ireland.
So now it's Merritt McLean to try to give the Hogs the lead here in the beginning of half number 1. Thanks so much for joining us here on Arsenal Productions. We will be live for every single Gainesville Hogs game this season, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. McLean will send it wide left, and we remain tied at 5 apiece. What did you like about that sequence from the Hogs?
Really, a miscue by the FSU player, allowing it to go over his head, but it was a heads-up play by Sam Dong. Great effort play to hustle down, cover that kick, and allow us to capitalize off of the FSU mistake. It's really going to be critical to score underneath the posts. As you know, in rugby, the kick is taken horizontally from where it's scored.
But this win today it's even more important because of the win and how difficult these kicks are, especially if you're kicking from the near side. The wind is pushing towards us here, which is why you saw that kick go wide left. It's just getting dragged.
Absolutely. It's going to be very important to center the ball under the post to give your kicker an easy kick.
Seminoles missed their kick as well. They hit theirs off the crossbar.
Yeah, you see Johnson trying to clear and get some territory backed up in our own area, but you know this wind kind of messed some of that up. Unfortunately, gave a throw-in pretty deep into the territory here.
Looks like an injury for the Seminoles. Evan Cullen comes off of the field. Garrity gets set to throw again. Tapped back over to Burke.
There you go. Now that's where you see the pressure of a Nick Weston.
Kicked on by McKenna.
As a defensive jumper.
A nice job by Jeffrey Johnson, just blowing by the defense before he is finally tangled up by a couple of Seminoles.
Oh boy.
Oh, poor pass back. Forced to kick it down again. It goes over the head again. Aiden Wynn couldn't get there. Now he does. Good pass to Garrity. Garrity shakes off a couple tacklers. Finally dragged down well across the halfway line now. Pickley quicked up by Duke. Seminoles working with it now, Dylan Burke. Canty got it over to Archie.
Ball poached, but that ruck was formed. Seb knows better than that.
Trying to go quickly, but Matt Duncan will hold them back.
It doesn't hurt, but I can't run. Like my leg auto locks out. Come on.
And an injury there. You can see it to the left side of your screen as the Seminoles send this one into touch. Cole McKenna, his leg locks up, he says. And so the Seminoles, though, another chance here to retake the lead. What have you liked about what the Seminoles have brought to the table today?
Well, offensively, they're getting the ball out and they're running hard, and they're not making too many mistakes with the ball. They've been able to have quite a few successful offloads. It's really been the difference today on those big runs.
Well, the announcer jinx in full effect there as the Seminoles turned it over right away on the line out. Jeffrey Johnson gets set to put it in the scrum, awarded to the Hogs. 5-5, approaching the 20-minute mark.
Yes.
Tallahassee, a low-scoring game so far in a windy January afternoon.
This would traditionally be a great, they're in the quick tap here. If he can get it out of bounds, we'll get the throw in here. Hopefully they make the choice. But it's a tough kick.
And we'll see what Johnson elects to do. Looks like he will go towards the touchline, and it will go into touch right over to Adamella. Look at that catch. You need to
almost
get
like
him
I played
on.
before, all right?
Yes, you got to get on the pitch, man.
Don't tell my wife I touched a rugby ball today.
Oh, boy.
She'll be angry at me.
Well, for now, Adam will stick to commentating, but
Yes.
that's just for now.
I'll get back out there, guys. I'll get back out there.
Sebastian Corner set to throw the line out to Weston. Weston does a nice job to be able to somehow stay up there to be able to retrieve that pass.
Very risky pass to go deep like that.
Another knock-on for the Hogs. The Hogs just struggling to get anything going from the back. Their one score was a long kick that the Seminoles really misplayed. The Hogs just, you talked about it with that new system, just so far have not been able to get much going their way offensively.
Absolutely. You've seen Jeff Johnson doing some of the Jeff Johnson things, kind of trying to take things into his own hands. But really, I'd say another big player in today's game has been the wind. This new system involves a lot of passing, and it's really tough to do here.
Quickly taken by Jack Duke. Wrapped up rather quickly.
Oh, a great contest by Jeff. Oh, by Charlie Slowey, I apologize. Oh, he's not going to give it to him.
Foul is called against the Hogs, so Seminoles will... Looked like they were going to go quickly, but they're going to go and kick into touch, or try to.
Ben Nowak has another opportunity there.
Nowak was able to get there in time. Can the Hogs get out of their back end?
This is tough. Backed up pretty deep here. Oh, no,
And
and he
they give
gives
it away. A great opportunity for the Seminoles now.
Jake Williams doing a great job of killing that ball. They've got numbers outside. We do not want to let them get out there. And a penalty.
And they're going to look to take it quickly. They will take it quickly. It goes to Kraus. Battling the Seminoles. Can they dumb it down? They will.
No, it was knock on call. They're going to go back to the penalty. They were playing advantage.
So here is Garrity. He will touch it quickly, and the Seminoles will try and pound this one in to take the lead against the Hogs. Garrity goes. Not there yet. Now they are!
Great pressure by FSU.
FSU takes the lead 10-5. They were knocking on the door. Took them a little bit, but they finally got someone to answer.
Absolutely. That's one of those things that FSU is doing really well, is just always getting that gain line on their runs. moving forward, never getting stopped behind the line. And it was inevitable for them to get in.
So an opportunity now to go up by 7.
That's, again, a tough kick.
And again, this wind is such a factor. And we'll see if the wind takes this one to the right. The wind is blowing towards us, towards the camera angle you are looking at right now. So honestly, a better position to be in than on this side, because he's kicking into the wind.
Absolutely, absolutely. But this is, I believe, is Martin Gandur. He's one of the Tallahassee guys, so someone who's got a lot of experience kicking here.
Gander will tee it up. Got it to go.
He smartly does a kind of a pooch with it. Doesn't let it get too high in the air.
A line drive low kick, and the Seminoles up 12-5. Gainesville still plenty of time to go, but a lackluster start and not the standard of this Hog side.
Absolutely. I think they've cleaned up some of the defensive of items. You see led by Jake Williams, kind of turning off some of that issue. But, and here's Charlie Slowey with the take.
Charlie Slowey, who already has 1 try so far. Johnson. Now to Dante J. 1 more. Now it's Sam Dong. Dong makes 1 move.
Oh, and he had no support.
No support, and it's taken away by Bradley Dickey. Bradley Dickey, a lot of size and power to him. He was a little slow. Now it's Nick Weston who bobbles it. The Seminoles on the run again, trying to get around.
Charlie ball. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great job by Charlie Slowey.
Charlie Slowey, the impact player so far. He's going to win possession back for the Hogs. Already has a try. And that was a much needed play by Slowey because Hogs looked a little gassed. Now they get to send it into touch and really get an opportunity to get back on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. You saw some of the experience kind of coming into play. One of the experienced Tallahassee players poaching the ball from the Gainesville Hog. Then Merritt McLean coming back and poaching immediately after his tackle. And then Charlie Slowey coming in with the poach from players just running alone. They go deep at the back of the line out again. Tough to do in this wind.
Dante J.
Oh, great play.
Just powering off defenders.
Got an opportunity if they can get it out wide again.
The Hogs are going to try and get it out wide. A low pass. It's going to be another knock-on called against the Hogs. And to the disliking of Aaron Krause, he wanted to pick it up and run with it. He had a lot of green grass in front of him. You can hear Nick Weston talking to his fellow Hogs saying, let's communicate. And you mentioned that that was going to be the piece that they had to figure out, how to communicate with this new system. So far, 27 minutes in, they haven't been able to do so.
Yeah, there's definitely some growing pains. I expect the second half to be a different story here, but the Hogs are already starting to make corrections. You're seeing some movement happening. And especially defensively, the Hogs are starting to turn it up.
Seminoles trying to work it to the outside, but the Hogs collapse quickly. No space.
Look for a kick here, potentially.
Up now, up now, up now.
FSU to try and get out of their territory.
Sam, that's good. Sam, that's good.
Nice job by this Hogs defense. Seminoles trying to get it out of their own back half. They lead 12-5 in the 28th minute of play. A young side, a B side that was not expected to be winning at this point, but they are so far. Nick Weston and Aaron Krause getting into it a little bit. And a foul on the Hogs, and so an opportunity now for the Seminoles to send it into touch once again. What defensively is going wrong for the Hogs right now?
So that was just a simple A-gap. The players disengaged from the ruck, wanting to spread the field and watch on the edges with these young, fast college players out here, and just completely left the A-gap, and they ran it right up the middle. Savvy play by the FSU player. Looks like Max Allison getting called off for a high tackle, unfortunately. Just kind of got wrapped up with the FSU player as he went down.
So Allison heads to the bench, and FSU will try to send this one into touch.
Look up, boys. Step, come left. All their numbers are here.
They're not able to get it into touch, but Sam Dong is taken down quickly. But the Hogs are able to keep it alive. But another knock on. The Hogs just cannot get out of their own way right now. It's the simple stuff that they're not doing. It was a nice job, though, by Sam Dong to be able to stay alive and keep that one in play.
Absolutely. Starting to get a little bit chippy out here as well. Hopefully everyone can kind of zero back in.
You just saw Aaron Krause and Nick Weston kind of jarring with each other just a moment ago.
Yeah, rugby's a violent sport, so there's emotions will flare for sure. Looks like Jeff Johnson setting up in case they go weak again. Been doing a lot of pick and goes.
And he was ready for it.
Great work.
And not a lot of room to go. Looked like a hard tackle. A Seminole is down.
Sam Dong's playing great today.
Some room on the outside for the Seminoles. Trying to bounce around this defense. One more to beat. Noda not able to beat him there. Seminoles are right there trying to punch it in and take a 2-score lead against the Hogs.
Gainesville seems to have weathered the initial storm of that run. Now it's a matter of getting a turnover. Not allowing FSU to continue to push forward. They're doing a good job. Looks like they're heading backwards now a little bit.
Trying to push forward. Now they're headed forwards. The Hogs trying to hold them up, and they will. A massive stand by the Gainesville defense.
Great work by Nick Weston. Very savvy play.
You just feel like the Hogs needed a momentum play like that. Their backs have been against the wall for a majority of this game. Once again, not able to send it into touch.
Yeah, they're not out of the woods yet. It's tough kicking into this wind. Oh, and he's out of bounds.
The Hogs defense able to stand tall. 12-5 the score, approaching the 32nd minute here.
Yeah, and you make a good point about the wind. Then you've noticed the ball has lived kind of in this Gainesville Hogs territory for quite a bit of this half, and the wind kind of favors that area. So expect a lot more kicking in that second half from the Hogs as we switch sides.
The throw to Nick Weston. Hogs will send it down. The Seminoles have had trouble with this so far, but not that time. And now they've got room. A nice tackle right there from John Dawson to save the try, but the Seminoles continue to knock. But a knock on. Or no.
Oh, no knock on called, straight down.
A big break for the Seminoles. Garrity wrapped up Nick Weston, involved in that tackle. Going to the near side, a good catch by Jaden Arkey, and a good tackle by Dong, but it's not going to be able to stop the Seminoles. One away, and now they're in. The Seminoles have taken a 2-score lead against the Gainesville Hogs. Well, they have just looked high pressing on offense. It's really caused a lot of trouble for the Hogs. And now it is a side for the Seminoles that leads by 2 scores. What do the Hogs need to clean up here?
Well, I think it's getting our offensive momentum going, hoping that this switch in the wind in the second half will help spur some of that. And then the other piece of this is just making our tackles and staying spread. A lot of simple errors by the Hogs, not reading the numbers, not marking A gaps and B gaps. Definitely some of that first game of the season rust that needs to be knocked off here. And with the injury to the number 13, Dylan Burke, you've got Grandeur back here on the field and a savvy kicker able to do what he needs to do to get this ball in this wind. And there's another kick. Oh,
but it is short.
Awesome.
So had the angle but could not get it to fall. The score will remain 17-5.
Yeah, Hogs needed that. Going up with another 2 points would have been hurt. 3 points would have been hurting.
McLean kicks it off to the Seminoles. Takes a bounce, and Nick Weston is going to get there. So another miscue for the Seminoles on a kick.
Yeah, it's really just this wind. You get the ball up there and it corkscrews in the wind. It's just hard to recover.
Dante J with it now. J working around, spinning around. Dante J.
Dante J's a big guy. Looks like he should be in that forward pack, but actually a former college football receiver.
But it's taken away, and a break for the Seminoles. Can anybody catch him? No, they cannot. Another try for the Seminoles, and it's a great defensive play.
Boy, that's Grandeur making his presence known again. Martin's been one of the players. When I was talking with Coach Gomez before the game, asked him if Martin was out here, knowing that he's been an impact player for the Tallahassee men's team for quite a long time.
Grandeur has made it a 17-point lead for FSU. I mean, just read it perfectly. I mean, that's just a great play by Grandeur. And now Gainesville, with 4 minutes to go in half number 1, finds themselves down by 17, possibly 19 if Grandeur is able to make this kick. He didn't make it from around this area the last time he kicked from the far side.
Yeah, so tough. Gainesville Hogs really moving the ball forward, finally had a glimmer of hope to go ahead and cut that lead down. And Grandeur with the dagger, catching that ball out of the air.
Got it to go.
Another great kick.
He's been perfect from that side. 24-5 the score. We'll hear a quick word from True Force Roofing.
Tell us, how long have you known?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why don't you explain this, Mark? Found this in your house.
You ignored it, didn't you? I thought I had more time.
Really, Mark? Does this look like you had more time? You know what you should have done, right?
The kick sent up in the air. But it's going to be Florida State who controls.
Yeah, it was didn't quite go 10 yards. Again, the wind, probably the impact player of the
first half.
Short of Grandeur, trying to make his case. Scrum center for FSU.
2 minutes to go here in half number 1, and a chance for the Seminoles to really open this thing up. Referee Matt Duncan kind of got in the way of the initial run. Dump off to Aaron Krause, who just scored the last try for the Seminoles. Weston able to wrap up Archie. Archie also with one try for the Seminoles, and another penalty called against the Hogs. FSU wanted to go quick, but a little delay in getting the ball from the Hogs.
That's another ruck penalty for Seb Corner. Really needs to get his hands out of there. I know he's probably trying to make a splash, get a turnover for us. Looks like the return of Max Allison. Important for those of you who aren't super familiar with rugby. When Max went out for that yellow card, we were actually down to 14 players instead of the traditional 15. Now Max coming back in. Got the addition of another volume tackler.
And it's hard to be able to play with down a man for 10 minutes. And you saw in those 10 minutes, it was 12-5 when he came off. He comes back on and it's 24-5. And the Seminoles have a chance to extend that lead in about the final minute of half number 1. Here's Jeffrey Johnson. Do the Hogs have one answer in them before we head to the break? McLean sends it down.
Good pressure here.
Aiden Wynn there to retrieve it.
Oh, and a great tackle.
Wynn right at about the halfway line for the Seminoles. 4 tries in half number 1. 2 of 4 on conversions. Hogs with only that one try from Charlie Slowey, which tied the game up at 5. It's a 19-0 run for the Seminoles.
Slowey.
But Slowey makes another good play. Now Jeffrey Johnson looking for support. He has a little bit of support. Hogs now trying to answer. Dante J just trying to push through this defense.
Great heads-up play by Jeff Johnson.
And there is Max Allison, who just had the yellow card. Back into action now. Back at full strength are the Hogs, trying to answer before the break. But it's going to be another knock-on. It has been the same story all night for Gainesville. Continuous knock-ons. And the Seminoles likely are going to be able to just send this one to halftime.
Yeah, you can see the FSU player just intentionally, smack that out of his hands. It's on the offensive player to maintain possession of that ball and not knock it forward when they're going into contact. And yeah, FSU was able to exploit that.
Dylan Burke, one try on the day, will send it into the scrum.
Oh, looks like a scrum penalty.
And that is massive for the Hogs. They'll win back possession here. They'll have a scrum of their own.
Opportunity here.
We're here, boys. Run your best play back. Ben Johnson, the line.
Here is Weston.
No, this is C.J. King filling in for Montrell Harrington here at 8-man, doing a great job so far on those 8-man pickups. Always been a hard runner for us. Traditionally plays flanker.
Hogs trying to pound it in. A good tackle there from the Seminoles.
Looks like it's going to get out to the backs.
They will go towards the backs. Bad pass, but it is going to fall to the Hogs. They pitch it to Sam Dong. Has a man. Took him a little bit to find Ben Nowak. Nowak wrapped up by Aiden Wynn. McLean settles down. Jeffrey Johnson now. To the middle, it's Williams. Williams, another pass. Seminoles defense holding their own in the final moments of half number 1 into extra time. Here is CJ King.
FSU doing a great job of getting the Hogs' legs. And a mark called. Oh, back to the penalty here.
So advantage was being played. So a chance now for Jeffrey Johnson to send this one into touch.
That's tough, going to kick it into the wind. And he makes it out.
Has enough power on it. So probably the last sequence here in half number 1.
Yeah, so important. You see that the Hogs have gone with a long line-out throw the past couple of line-outs. Would it be smart to go a little bit tighter here to save ourselves from the potential misthrow with the wind? And they do that.
Weston catches it.
Great run. Get some yards.
It's a nice job by McLean. The offload to Williams. One more to Jay. Spins off one again. We've seen him whip out that spin move a couple of times today. Nick Weston goes quickly after the penalty.
Penalty advantage. Going back.
You hear the Hogs call out their play.
Looks like this will be a play to the forwards here.
This final sequence has taken some time, but the half cannot end until possession changes. And it is sent into touch. Allison trying to get a push from Jay. Not a lot of room. Williams, it's loose.
Off the
no
foot,
knock
though.
on called. An opportunity for the Hogs now.
And it's
But
passed.
it's taken away. The Seminoles defense for 5 minutes dealt with pressure, and they somehow managed to get away and come unscathed. Sent into touch. That will not send us to halftime.
I believe the half can end on a penalty, but I believe next true stoppage should result in that half.
A long first half at the 46-minute mark.
You can hear the FSU player, coach asking if this is last play, and that is confirmed, so they're likely going to get this ball and kick it out.
Yep, and you just heard him say that. Get it and kick it out.
Look for a Nick Weston to try and make an attempt at a steal here. Oh,
Not able to do so. They will kick it into touch, and that will send us to halftime here in Tallahassee, which has the Florida State Seminoles on top of the Gainesville Hogs by 19. Down by 19. What do the Hogs need to talk about at halftime to try and adjust to this good Florida State side?
I think it's really cleaning it up, coming from depth. You notice a lot of these passes are flat or at the line. Players aren't running up, and it's causing us to be flat-footed and not able to really gain that gain line and overcome the FSU tackles. So hopefully they're going to clean some of that up and maybe limit some of the passing and just get a couple more hard runs up the field to make that gain line, get the FSU defense on their heels.
Well, we will head to halftime with Florida State on top of the Gainesville Hogs, 24-5.
Respect for your home goes beyond the roof. That's why TrueForce uses the catch-all system, a durable, breathable netting that surrounds your entire home like a protective shield. It guards your flower beds, walkways, and exterior finishes from nails, debris, and accidental damage, protecting every inch of your property while we work overhead. Roofing with respect, call 352-NEW-ROOF or Visit
I
TrueForce.
want to go, Beth, I really do. But I just opened this new change order that they emailed me. And I swear, I don't know what half of these charges are. Also, no one's explained to me why it was necessary to replace the wood or shown me proof that they actually replaced what they're charging me for.
That is exactly why I chose True Force Roofing. If they don't document it in their customer portal, they don't charge you for it. They call it their change order guarantee. I just sat back, watched my programs, and let them handle everything. I should have called True Force. I want to go, Beth, I really do. But I just opened this new change order that they emailed me. And I swear, I don't know what half of these charges are. Also, no one's explained to me why it was necessary to replace the wood or shown me proof that they actually replaced what they're charging me for. That is exactly why I chose True Force Roofing. If they don't document it in their customer portal, they don't charge you for it. They call it their change order guarantee. I just sat back, watched my programs, and let them handle everything. I should have called True Force. I want to go, Beth, I really do. But I just opened this new change order that they emailed me.
Welcome back on in. Second half action between the FSU Seminoles and the Gainesville Hogs. 24-5 the score.
Yeah, I was listening in on some of the Gainesville halftime and really echoing a lot of the same concerns I had at halftime. Getting depth, running onto the ball, and really forcing the FSU players to tackle our athletes coming from depth, not flat-footed.
The Hogs are going to need a big second half if they're going to want to come away with a victory here today. The opening game of the Division III season for both of these sides.
Great kick by Merritt there. Got a lot of territory.
Aiden Wynn will catch it. Has Noda to his left. Elects to kick it down.
John Dawson looking to punish this. A lot of offsides players.
Dawson bringing it to the quarter line. Nearly taken away by Gronder, but the pressure got to them again. Another knock on, but it was taken away by the Seminoles anyway, and they're on the move again. It's Franco.
Dante J, just not enough depth on that. Wasn't sure if it was going to go to him or go past him.
They'll go back towards the middle. It's Jack Duke now.
Great tackle by Crenshaw there.
Now they'll call a penalty on the Hogs. Dylan Burke going quick.
Oh, Dante almost had his hands on that.
Well, a nice shot by Allison to kick it away, but it's a good recovery right there from Noda. The push in by Dickley. Seminoles work towards the left.
Oh, Allison, oh, almost there.
Dickley. The Seminoles pounding their way, and they'll dot it down again. It is Dylan Burke with his second try of the game. They have opened up a 20-point lead. A 24-point lead at that.
Yeah, just the big boy breaking a tackle. Passing it off to Burke. That's a tough one.
And Dylan Burke has been really good tonight in that number 9 spot. It will be a much easier kick for Gronder.
Yeah, right up the center here.
2 of 3 on his conversion so far. Hit 2 from the far side with the wind in his favor. The one time the wind was not in his favor, he missed it. But again, in a much more favorable spot with the wind in his favor on that right side.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Not what you want to see coming out of the half for the Hogs.
The conversion is good. So what do you know? The FSU Seminoles on top 31-5. Their 5th try of the game. I mean, offensively speaking, they have really looked sound. They haven't been super aggressive. They've really just let the game come to them.
Absolutely. They're really capitalizing off of some of that rust that the Gainesville side clearly has, mixed with trying to learn this new system. And don't take it away from the FSU team. FSU Rugby, their A side is one of the best teams in the state. And Williams with a huge hit.
And if I'm not mistaken, that FSU A side will take the field next against the UF A side.
Absolutely. Going to be a tough test for that UF team.
UF and the Hogs battled it out in the Nakamura Cup, ended in a 29-29 tie. Hogs are going to need that first half offense that they had in the Nakamura Cup here in this second half if they want any chance of coming back. Here's King.
King, always a punishing runner there. Clearly making the gain line. Hogs need to settle in.
They'll go for the kick, but it is caught by the Seminoles. A good play by Noda to control.
Hogs counter-rucking, and they do get the ball.
That was a wonderful counter-ruck. It's now Nick Weston.
Nick Weston needs support.
Churning the legs, tackle down. But it is Gronder who makes another great play. He's got a lot of speed. kicks it even farther down, and it's going to land
Smart
with
play by Allison.
kicking it out. That's a massive play by Allison because running in was Regan Fowl, who would have had a try if he was able to squeeze that in.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And there is an injury.
Taking a break here.
The referee, Matt Duncan, having a conversation, still does not know about the stoppage that needs to happen.
Looks like the
We'll see
medical staff wants to take a
exactly
look
who
at
that
Dawson.
is. That is John Dawson.
Let's make sure he doesn't have any concussion symptoms here. Safety first.
So coming on in for the Hogs is Hayden Fairfield.
Looks like we actually have.
Unless those reserve numbers are wrong.
They might be wrong.
Might
Yes.
be wrong.
Looks like we've got Mitch coming into the forwards, and then we've got Jacob Wood coming into the backs.
Here is Dylan Burke again. Already has 2 tries. Does he have a third one up his sleeve? Seminoles continue to press hard. Canty.
Oh, with the
Pass
tip.
deflected, but it falls to Canty again. Now Gronder has 1 man on the outside. But it will go into touch. Good opportunity for the Seminoles, but not able to take advantage.
Great defense by Nowak. Jacob Wood with a slight deflection, already making his presence known.
Let's go, Hogs! Push, Hogs!
The Gainesville Hogs are back in action against Daytona. A week from today, their home opener. Make sure to join us here on Arsenal Productions so you do not miss any of the Hogs games. We will be live for every single Gainesville Hogs game throughout the entirety of the Division III season and possibly the playoffs, but not a good start for the Hogs in their push for the playoffs. 31-5, they trail to FSU. Canty, now Kraus. 1 more to the edge, it's Aiden Wynn. Now Burke.
Hogs looking for that opening to potentially counter ruck. And there's the mistake. Charlie covering the ball. And they want to go quick.
Hogs have tried to go quick a couple times today, but just have not been able to get the step that they need.
Looks like he's going back to a knock-on penalty on that bobbled pass by FSU. Going to be a scrum to the Hogs.
Nick Lucas has come on into the game for Florida State.
Strong, Hogs!
Johnson sends it into touch. It will be a line out for Florida State.
Still not out of the woods here for the Gainesville Hogs. Going to need another defensive stand.
It's been like that a couple of times on the kicks into touch that they have just not been able to keep possession.
Nick Weston, normally a great defensive jumper. There we go. Jason Darby with a steal there.
Darby gets the steal. Can this jumpstart a run for the Hogs.
And it goes to ground.
Nearly another turnover by Gainesville. They just have not met the moment so far. Still time. 10 minutes have been played here in half number 2. Another substitution for Gainesville. It is Michael Gomez, who has been coaching Florida State so far, is now going to check into the game.
Absolutely. Longtime Tallahassee player, actually the chair of club development for the Florida Rugby Union. Wears many hats. But typically when he's wearing that hat on the field, he's known for taking those quick taps. He's also known for stealing the ball quite a bit. General menace on the field.
Checking out is Bradley Dickey.
Bradley Dickey, another longtime Tallahassee player.
Falls to Allison.
Oh, lots of space on the outside. Can the Hogs get it out there?
They're going to try. It's now King.
Jacob Wood with a solid carry. There's Michael Gomez already trying to mess things up here.
Wood able to get it out. That was a really nice touch there. Avoids a possible knock-on.
Showing his Frenchness with the soccer kick.
It's a clean touch.
Looks
But
like
now the Hogs will have a knock-on. It continues to be the theme. But, I mean, you go back to that touch there. I mean, a pure soccer-type play right there.
There
A
you go.
perfect touch.
there you go. I'm glad we got him converted to rugby, but I'm sure there were some soccer days for Seb Corner over in France.
So another scrum awarded to Florida State.
Yeah, costly knock on there. We just got to do one less pass here. I think the Hogs are getting desperate and wanting to make something happen.
John Dawson is running a couple of sprints on the sideline. We'll see if he returns to action at any point. Went out to an injury just a few moments ago. Seminoles do a nice job on the scrum. They have numbers outside. Can they execute? No, they cannot. It's going to be a knock-on. Now they'll come back for it. They were trying to see if Gainesville could turn anything out of that loose ball, but rather it will be most likely a kick into touch here. And this is an opportunity for the Hogs to try and manage their way back. We'll have a scrum here, but if the Hogs want any chance to win this game, you got 27 minutes, time not on your side. However, you get a try, and you get one more, and all of a sudden, it's a 12-point game. Crazier things have happened. What do you want to see here when they get out of this scrum?
We've got to get the ball out to the backs, and we've got to put it in. I think that's the biggest thing is we cannot have another knock-on in this area and lose this field position.
McLean, the fake pass, got it away now.
Great run by Jacob Wood. Using those fresh legs to gain some yardage. Oh.
And they will have the knock-on. Exactly what you said they could not have in this moment is what they do have. And those knock-ons have really killed a lot of scoring opportunities so far today for the Hogs.
Absolutely. Seb Corner just not having enough depth, trying to run onto the ball, but it's just too tight a pass for him to receive from McLean, and he wasn't able to react. Tough.
So a scrum here for the Seminoles.
Yeah, not one thing you haven't seen very much of. Oh, it looks like the Hogs are changing that.
Oh, the Hogs do a wonderful job. Jeffrey Johnson able to come up on the receiving end of it.
I was about to say we haven't had a whole lot of changeover in the scrums. It's pretty much been who puts it in has gotten it, but now with Gomez in the scrum at prop, not a very large, strong prop, it looks like they weren't able to hold back the Hogs.
Hogs turn it away, but they get it right back. Feels like everything you say needs to happen or hasn't happened. The exact opposite ends up happening today.
I need to not play the lottery. Yeah, that little sequence of bobbled balls back and forth is kind of classic what you see when Gomez gets in the game. Starts to mess things up.
It was a nice tackle from the Seminoles. Hogs kind of stagnant, trying to find some room. It's Wood on the outside. Dragged down.
There's Jacob, definitely a very talented offensive player, and defensive for that matter, but getting the ball in his hands on the edge is a great idea. Great job by Williams to keep the pass alive.
Approaching the 56th minute here.
Gomez going for the poach here. He did get hands on it.
It's a good effort from Gomez, but too much hands. Penalty called against Florida State.
Called for offsides there. They need to stay behind the back foot of the rucking player. Matt Duncan doing a good job of keeping him honest.
Johnson.
Does he leave it in? Good pressure by Sam Dong.
Was not able to get it into touch. The wind has had a massive impact on today's game. A foul called against the Hogs, and what a squandered opportunity that is.
That looks like a penalty for high tackle. Merritt maybe looking to, can't go quick. Looks like Dante J coming out for John Dawson.
So John Dawson will come back again. Like we mentioned, John Dawson went out due to an injury earlier in the second half. Dante J had a very nice game. One of the bright spots for the Hawks today. A couple of nice spin moves. Wasn't able to generate the scoring opportunities, but got close to doing so. Here is King.
Speaking of scoring opportunities,
the Hogs need to capitalize now. Down by 26. Jacob Wood makes a good first initial move, lowers the shoulder. McLean.
Trying to go quick.
Rock down.
Strong, aggressive defense from
Man,
FSU.
this Florida State defense has just been a brick wall once the Hogs get across the halfway line. Just nothing doing. The Hogs' only score came on a kick that granted the Hogs the best field position that anyone's had at any point today.
Ooh, great ruck by Jacob Wood to get back there. Oh, John Dawson.
Trying to play the quick game, but Noda is there, and Noda's got a lot of speed, weaving his way through the defense. And now Florida State with a chance to clear it out of their defensive area, but a knock on. So another chance for the Hogs, but man, these Hogs possessions across the halfway line, they just haven't materialized into much or any scoring opportunities. They're having a really hard time getting it across the 22-meter line.
Absolutely. You just don't have the depth that you need to be running onto the ball. And then I think credit to FSU, they're doing a great job of chop tackling these larger men, hitting them at the knees, and you can't go anywhere. They're by preventing the Hogs from making that gain line, you're preventing your own defense from having to go backwards to realign. So it makes the next play even easier.
A flurry of substitutions come on in for Florida State. And what a job that those 15 initial starters have done today. But also some good contributions off the bench. Martin Gonder with a bunch of kicks that have gone well, and then that takeaway that resulted in him going all the way down the pitch. Another turnover by the Hogs just a second ago. They'll call a foul on Gainesville. What has gone wrong for Gainesville offensively? not just the new system, but it just feels like a lot of undisciplinary play so far.
Yeah. It's that depth there. Players aren't used to playing in this new these new positions, and they're not operating in the way that they're used to in getting that depth and running onto the ball hard. And it's just leading to snowballing there.
Another takeaway by the Hogs on a Florida State scrum. That's back-to-back now that the Hogs have been able to poke their hands in there. Can they finally make it materialize into points?
Yeah, I'll say the Hogs just need to get at least a score here, even if we aren't able to change the score line eventually. Getting in a score is really important here for the Hogs. Jeff Johnson.
A good opportunity. Johnson goes quickly. And he does dot it down.
Must have heard me talking.
There it is. Finally, something goes your way, Adam.
Yes, absolutely. It's been a tough one to commentate.
31-10 now the score. Jeffrey Johnson gets his first try of the game.
Yeah, and I think that's indicative of the game and the storyline. You got moments of individual brilliance. You got clearly some great rugby players out there doing some awesome things. Jake Williams making some big tackles. Jeff Johnson picking the ball up and going off the scrum and off the rucks himself. Lots of players doing some awesome things. Merritt with some great kicks, but we haven't been able to put it together into a sequence, either defensively or offensively.
Merritt McLean has a leg on it, but it's going to be wide right. The score will remain 31-10, and those missed kicks, do play a factor in a comeback. Obviously, 62nd minute, 18 minutes, and some change remain here in this game, but you make both of those kicks, you're at a 17-point game, and it's a lot easier to think about a comeback at 17 than 21, and it's just crazy what a few conversions can mean in the grand scheme of things.
Absolutely. That, like I said, the impact of Martine coming in for that second half was really, really huge with those kicks.
Hogs with possession again. They will send it down. Nearly a knock-on, but a nice job by Aiden Wynn.
We've punished him before for this here.
But now a good kick from the Seminoles. Jacob Wood collapsed on and taken away. What a play by Noda! And he will dot it down. Noda just stripped it away from Wood, and the Seminoles respond right away.
Wow, what a play.
And there's nothing you can do other than acknowledge how much of a elite play that was from Noda. Just took it right out of the hands of Wood and had a whole field ahead of him.
Yeah,
36-10.
Yeah, important for the Hogs to really. At this point, it's about pride. I think important for the Hogs to kind of button down the hatches and let this last 15 minutes be a good one for them moving into this next game towards Daytona.
36-10. Another conversion attempt for the Seminoles. That one is wide left. We'll hear a quick word from True Force Roofing.
Tell us, how long have you known?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why don't you explain this, Mark? Found this in your house.
You ignored it, didn't you? I thought I had more time.
Really, Mark? Does this look like you had more time? You know what you should have done, right?
I should have called True Force.
Well, now you can.
Ignoring the sign.
The Hogs quickly out of the break with an opportunity.
Great charge down by Max Allison. And a penalty. Expect Jeff to go quick here.
He will go quick.
Gets the ball to Charlie Slowey. That's usually a good bet.
Slowly with the first try of the game for the Hogs. McLean. Tackled down quickly. Right at the center of the pitch.
Max Allison finishing.
Allison right at about the 5-meter line. Can the Hogs push it in? They will.
Wow, Ben Nowak with a great try.
Ben Nowak able to get the Hogs right back on the board. So an offensive flurry over the past couple of minutes sees the Hogs trim the lead to 21.
Hey, I know I talked about pride and building some momentum for the next game, but hey, never say never. If the Hogs get this together, we can absolutely score in a flurry.
The Hogs' next game will be against Daytona at home, January 31st at 2 p.m. We'll be live right here on Arsenal Productions. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any Hogs rugby action all season long. The rugby action is brought to you by True Force Roofing, where the truth matters. McLean, no good again. The Hogs 0 of 3 on conversions. The lead will remain at 21, 14 minutes and change. What have the Hogs done differently on the last 2 scoring possessions than they had earlier in the first half?
I think it's really the aggression and the line breaks. They're coming from depth, they're coming hard, and they're getting that FSU defense going backwards, which is creating those holes of guys not quite getting in position. And when you're getting that front foot ball and you're getting things moving, the other team moving backwards, that's when these opportunities happen.
Allison coming in, a knock on.
That's a tough knock on. But hey, the other thing about that drive is I'll give credit to Max Allison. Really was a lightning rod on that last drive. Looks like he's looking to do that again on this one. Great young player for the Hogs. Looks like he's going to be making an impact for us for a while.
Well, another great young player is Dylan Burke, who has had a really nice game so far for the Seminoles. Doing a great job in that number 9.
Oh, but again, Hog scrum.
The Hogs on the scrum have really turned it up here in the second half. That's now 3 in a row that they have turned away. Wood able to kick it down. Hogs wanted a knock on. They're not going to get it. CJ King is going to give a chase to it. Now it's Sam Dong with a lot of speed. Taken down.
Hogs need to settle in now. Get our structure back. Jeff Johnson looking to slow it down. And he'll kick it out. Looks like he had some space. He gets quite a bit of territory here.
Falls to Aiden Wynn.
Oh, it looks like Hogs might have this one back. Oh, and they get the penalty for not releasing.
It's been a strong last couple of minutes for the Hogs. They win yet another penalty. And you just have to imagine if they just hadn't let up that last try that they could really find themselves getting back into this game. Nearly an opportunity to just pick it up and dun it down right away.
Wild. Yeah, FSU just trusting it to go out. It almost did not, and Jeff Johnson almost able to kick downfield and recover it himself. Still a close line out here. Look for the Hogs to carry this momentum and get another try and cut that lead even further.
A very important line out that goes to Weston. Now it's King. Bursting through the middle by Williams.
Still space outside.
Hogs are going to look to get it to the outside.
Nick Camuccio with a great offload.
Wood made the pass, a nice initial break off. Hogs are knocking on the door. Oh, a penalty, they'll go quickly.
And
They
Jeff
done
gets
it
in.
down.
Wow, what a great run by Nowak. Really embracing that winger mindset, having a nose for that end zone. Yeah, Jeff Johnson with the score there. But Ben Nowak really getting that front foot ball, causing that FSU defense to have to go back and recover and open that hole up for us.
36-20 the score. Now this conversion is really important, and that is because if they're able to knock this down, all of a sudden it's a 2-try game. For as bad as Gainesville has looked for probably the first 60 minutes of this game, they would be within 2 scores, which in 9 minutes is all but possible, but McLean nowhere near on the conversion. 36-20 remains the score. That is 8 points that have been left off the board.
That's tough with a kicking in this win, but I'll tell you, at this pace, the Hogs could still have a comeback on the books here.
Yeah, so those
$36-20 the score. Addison Resco and Adam Mella bringing you the coverage of this Gainesville Hogs and FSU showdown.
There's
Sent
another
down at
opportunity
10.
here.
Sending the Seminoles all the way back.
Oh, Ben Nowak.
And
Oh, with a
it's
kick
blocked,
down!
but able to be recovered by Noda.
Oh, he
Almost
doesn't
a
have much support
disastrous
there.
play for the Seminoles. They are backed up deep in their own territory. The Hogs take it away.
Oh, held
But
up.
it is held up, a massive play by the FSU defense.
Gomez looking to go quick.
Wow, that would have been a massive turn of events.
Absolutely.
If the Gainesville Hogs were able to dot that down. But this Florida State defense resilient.
Yeah, what a kick by Merritt McLean and a block by Nick Weston. We're still there.
Here is C.J. King trying to bulldoze his way through defenders. Looks like it might have been taken away by Florida State. It was not. Hogs stay with it. Here is Jeffrey Johnson, the quick 1-2 move. Dumps it off now.
There's Mitch. Oh, with the poach, looks like it's almost there. Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
So that penalty called against the Hogs, and now time looks really, really bleak. They're going to send this one into touch.
Kept in by the Hogs here. And another kick.
They've had much success on these kicks. Nice catch by Wynn. But the Seminoles have some room on the outside. Taken down quickly. And out into touch.
Hogs, Jeff looking to throw it in quick.
They have
Not
to.
quite.
6 minutes to go. Hogs are down 3 tries.
Short time here, but the Hogs with the momentum at the moment.
A poor pass on the line out. Nick Weston wasn't able to stay up long enough this time. That's a couple of times it's been shaky. Here is Franco.
Yeah, that's the risk when you go deep. Oh, Williams with the recovery.
Now it's Jacob Wood. Wood got around one. Another knock on.
Boy.
Here's Burke. And just sent down all the way.
Looks like that's going to be out the back.
It will. It was Dylan Burke who was giving chase, hoping that would bounce back. It does not.
Scrum to FSU, but I'll say the last several scrums have been pretty ugly for
It has been
FSU.
3 scrums in a row that the Hogs have been able to turn the Seminoles over.
Absolutely. Look for the Hogs to give a good push here.
Come on. Get low, Hogs, and push hard. Pressure. Come on. Easy one, Hogs. Let go. Sam Cody. Come on. Push. Push. Push.
It's a scrum actually to the Hogs. But a wonderful tackle. The ball is jarred loose. Hogs are able to keep possession. King nearly bobbled it.
Looks like the Hogs are playing advantage, calling them for offsides.
About 4 minutes to go. A nice job by Sam Dong. Got away from traffic across the halfway line. Can the Hogs make things interesting? Weston. Allison.
Oh, Gomez almost there for the poach. McDonald over with the McDonald with a steal. He's going to say Bruck was formed. Diving over.
Well, McDonald has played really well coming off the bench here for the Seminoles. Had the assist to Dylan Burke on an earlier try.
Absolutely.
Johnson will send this one into touch. Or no, he won't. It is short. The kicks have been a problem for Gainesville today. A missed opportunity to try and trim this lead.
Oh no, look like Sam Dong's recovering back over, cover the kicks. FSU might have an opportunity to chip over.
A knock on.
You can hear the sideline for FSU recognizing what I'm recognizing and wanting FSU to chip over.
When you get the ball,
So a scrum here for the Hogs.
This would be a really important one to win and get some offense off of this.
You would have to score within the next minute or so to even make a comeback probable, but all but likely it's going to be Florida State, which opens up their Division III side with a 1-0 record, joining Brevard.
Yeah, I was talking with Gomez before the game. Actually, been since, I believe, 2022 since the Hogs have lost on this field.
But today is a new day, and it's been a day that has been a highlight for the Seminoles, led by Dylan Burke with 2 tries, really being a difference maker in that number 9 position.
Absolutely.
Hogs going quickly, trying to end this game on a positive note. But it's taken away again. A good play right there from Sam Franco.
Oh, and CJ got the ball back, though.
Good effort by CJ King. He's been solid tonight.
Absolutely. Penalty. FSU getting hands in the ruck there. Trying to mess up this opportunity. There's Nick Weston.
Weston being pulled down by his shirt. Eventually just sits down. Now McLean. Hogs trying to work it on that far side.
See how look at the depth on the Hogs at the moment. Everyone's flat. Need to get deep and take a hard run at the line.
Looks like the Hogs are getting ready to send it back towards the middle. 80th minute, final minutes of this game as we head into extra time.
Seb Corner wanting to do it himself, not enough support there.
Nice spin by King. Right at about the 5-meter line now. Hogs trying to get one more try on the day. They'll send it to the outside. Wood dots it down for a try. Jacob Wood got it to go. And the lead has been trimmed to now 11. It has really been encouraging if you're a Hogs fan or if you're on the Hogs this second half. Only 5 points in that first half. Even the first 20 minutes of the second half, it was like, man, are the Hogs going to be able to put it together at all? They finally were able to. They're not going to come away with a win here today. Down by 11 still. But the fact that they're only going to lose this game by 9, I think it speaks a lot about the potential that this team has for the final 5 games of the season.
Absolutely, yeah. We kind of knew there was going to be some rust, kind of knew there was going to be some growing pains in this new system. What the Hogs have done this past 40 minutes or so have really kind of proved that this is going to be possible for us to have some success this season. And we're going to get it right with this group of men. Definitely a wake-up call here.
The conversion was no good. Score remains 36-25. 5 tries, 5 missed conversions. This game looks a whole lot different at 36-35 if you make all your conversions.
Absolutely. Max Allison doing a great job recovering that ball.
Now the Hogs technically not out of this yet. Florida State will have to send it into touch, but that might have been spoken too soon. Another knock-on and a fitting way for this game to end.
And there's the final whistle.
A knock-on called against the Gainesville Hogs, and that will conclude game number 1 of the Division III season. And Adam, it was a tale of knock-ons and undisciplined play today from the Hogs, which resulted in an 11-point loss despite a strong second half.
Absolutely. I really credit the men for coming together and putting on a display of what this team can be in that second half. Just ended up falling short against this FSU team. Really hoping to carry this momentum into that game next week against the Daytona Coconuts team at home.
Make sure to join us for that game here on Arsenal Productions. It is the Daytona Coconuts and the Gainesville Hogs. The Gainesville Hogs were able to beat the Daytona Coconuts in the Holiday Cup. We will see if that reigns true a week from today.
And I just want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors of this stream and big sponsors of the team in general. True Force Roofing. They've been excellent partners with us. And I'll tell you, I actually had my roof fixed by True Force Roofing about a year ago, and they did an excellent job, very professional throughout the entire transaction. So if you need any roofing work to be done, please reach out to True Force. They're a great local company, and they support this Gainesville nonprofit team as well as many other nonprofits in the community.
Well, the truth matters, and that's why you can count on True Force Roofing. A final score from Tallahassee. The Florida State Seminoles with a 36-25 win over the Gainesville Hogs. On behalf of Adamella, I'm Addison Rusko saying so long from Tallahassee.